Guys, welcome back. Ennis here, Whiteacre Properties. I got a special episode for you guys today. Beautiful weather. We're in the town of Hopkinton and I got a property to show you guys. Ready? Look at this. 4 Priscilla Road in Hopkinton. Purchased this property right behind me in 2021 for $322,000. We spent about $175,000 renovating it, and we are pending right now at $763,000. I'm going to show you everything inside and out, everything that we did to the property. So let's go. All right, so guys, what did we end up doing here? Starting from the driveway. Driveway is brand new. We wanted to save the other one, but it was just in a really rough shape. The driveway took a beating from all the deliveries we got and the dumpsters and everything. So we put a new one. We had to do a new garage door. We can't really get around that. I wish I could save the other one and repair it, but we couldn't. Siding was one of the things that we painted, most of it. And there was some sections when we had to completely replace because it was rotted and there was just no way around it. If you have watched my videos, you guys probably know that I love to save on what's existing, right? If we can repair it and paint, that's my first choice. But there is some projects and some houses where you can't, right? So we have to go brand new. So in this case, siding was a mismatch. Some new, some old, but it's all painted the same, so it looks great. Guys, if you haven't watched the first video we did here, please go back and watch that. This is totally different from day one. So go back, look at the day one. How did that look, right? And the difference between now and then. When we actually bought it, we didn't have this bump out with the roof and everything, and we just wanted some more character at the entrance. Spent a couple $1,000s building it. It gives definitely a better curb appeal to the house. From the driveway, from the street, looks totally different. Landscaped a little bit. We don't want to overkill it on landscape because obviously we're trying to make money, but you got to do some landscape for curb appeal. So we hydro seeded the lawn, put some shrubs and some plants to make this house look beautiful. Windows is something that we kept, and I'm happy about that because spending $8,000 to $10,000 on windows, I don't think we would have made that money on the back end. These windows were about 10-15 years old, and we said, you know what, they work fine, they're not broken, let's keep it. So it worked, the buyer didn't say anything, and it fits with the house, so it was a win-win all around. If you can save on windows and on siding, that's profit that pretty much ends up being ours at the end instead of spending it. We had to remove some shrubs and some trees. Hydro seeded the back too. The AC condenser is brand new. This bulkhead here, this is brand new. We were having a hard time with the previous one, was getting water in the basement. We just had to demo what was there and put a brand new one in. There's just no way around that because water can kill the deal. The deck is existing. We didn't do anything to it. Looks brand new, but it's not brand new. It's just painted. Anything that was rotted got replaced. Again, we want to be cautious about what we're replacing and where we can save, and this was one of those items where we saved a couple bucks. Because we saved money here, we decided to spend it on the patio. Typically, if we have a deck, we don't install a patio, but there was just no way around it because look at this, guys. We have a sliding door that gets you to a living room, and if we close the sliding door, it was going to be so much darker in there. So having the patio to flow with the living room space was just a no-brainer. I think we spent $3,000 or $4,000 here, and I think it was perceived extremely well. So I think it's a good investment. So we are on the inside right now. Before I show you guys the main level, I'm gonna bring you down to the lower level and show you the basement. We had a couple of issues there, so I'm going to talk about lessons learned there. Guys, if you find this valuable, if this is something that you like, please share it with everyone. Subscribe so you get notified on next videos. I'm putting a ton of effort on these videos. I want to show you guys everything before and after, but also lesson learned, where we're losing money, where we're making money. So subscribe, share, like. Let's go downstairs. So guys, down here we got 2 bedrooms, we got a full bath. This is one of them. This is a big bedroom. I'm not sure if they're gonna use this as an exercise room, as an office, but big windows. We put recessed lights, put vinyl flooring, freshly painted, you know, all the trim work is new, but part of this was gutted. We had some mold here on some corners of the foundation. Because of that, we had to replace the insulation, the drywall, take care of that because obviously mold and water is a big deal. The water wasn't coming from this side, actually was coming from the back, but still it traveled, so we had to fix it. This space here actually was not finished at all. Foundation walls exposed and all of that, so we just finished it. You know, it cost us a couple $1,000, not a big deal. We put a sump pump on the corner there, to capture the water that was coming in from the bucket. It doesn't happen often where when we're renovating we find water. It's usually, you know, basements are dry, but this particular split level home, there was a section here in the back and one on the front where we were getting water. So this was a renovation that took place in the winter. So all the snow was melting, all the rain that was coming in was actually coming inside. Priority number one for us was to fix that, because if you got water coming through, it doesn't matter if you're finishing, you know, and making it beautiful, because you're gonna see the water marks, right? That's like, you can't cover that up. You gotta identify where the water is coming from, fix it, then do the new insulation, drywall, plaster, paint, all of that stuff, right? You wanna make sure it's tight in here, no water whatsoever. So we graded the exterior so the water goes away, right? So hopefully the water doesn't come through. The other thing is we completely digged out around the foundation and we put a membrane that covers the foundation. So water is not penetrating. There's like a piece of plastic that wraps around the foundation and it just keeps water away. So that's one big thing. On the inside, we did the same. We put a sump pump and trying to get the water away. Whatever water we got now gets pushed out. But keep that in mind, water is a problem. It's gonna cost money and you might not have those funds, but you gotta fix it. So that's my 2 cents on that, guys. It's expensive. I think we spent close to 20 grand, everything included, but definitely worth it because now we can sleep at night. We got a good product. We're not worried about the home inspection. Bathroom was a full gut rehab. We kept the existing footprint of this room. So we had a bathroom here before, but we had to gut it out. It was in really rough shape. So we put new flooring, new drywall, obviously, new shower. We spent a little bit more down here on shower glass and on a vanity and all the finishes because this is the main bathroom for down here. So I'm happy with the final result. This bathroom looks great. The lower level looks good. Let's go upstairs. I'm excited to show you guys the final product up there and the new layout we came up with. All right, guys, check this out. We are in the kitchen, living room space right here on the main level. Big difference from day one, right? If you have seen the other video, obviously you'll see the crazy difference here, but we removed everything that was existing, insulation, drywall, so pretty much down to the studs. The main thing that was the L-shaped wall that was covering this kitchen and making it much smaller. I don't know what they were thinking back in the day. They liked the smaller kitchens that were tight. It's different now. Everyone likes the open floor plan. So we demoed the L-shaped wall, installed an LVL beam and made this feel bright, open. You get a ton of light. You know, this is it. That's what people are looking for. White cabinets, obviously, is still what people are liking. Quartz countertops, new appliances, the backsplash. So guys, the main reason why we get this crazy over asking prices on our flips is mostly because we have a great design team. That makes this houses look totally different from all our competition. They pick all the finishes from lights to counters to cabinets, right? So every little thing you can think of, they select that and they're really good at it. So makes my life easy, makes me look good, but also helps us with the bottom line, right? Because if we're getting over asking by quite a bit, that's all profit, and this is it. I mean, that's the main thing here, making a profit and having a successful project. Here, what we got, so we staged it as a dining space, but this can obviously be a living space too. You can have a TV on the wall, you can have couches here, and it can be, you know, a nice open floor plan. This is a secondary space. This can be a living room, it can be an office. I mean, it can be anything. It can be a playroom for kids. We had a fireplace. We had some leaks in the ceiling from the roof, so we had to gut this space too. This was one of the rooms that we had to gut it out because it's just, we couldn't really work with the damage that was here. So new ceiling, and we did this after fixing the roof. I gotta mention that because you can't fix a ceiling if the roof is still leaking, right? You're gonna have the same problems. So we fixed the roof, installed new roofing shingles, and then we were able to finish the space here. We removed the fireplace. It was an old one. We just didn't have enough budget to install a gas fireplace or an electric fireplace, but it came out great. It's staged and it looks perfect. And then this is the final thing I wanna show you guys on this side. This nice garage. Back when we bought the property, this wasn't finished. You could see the studs, you could see the ceiling, right? It was all open, and we had a really bad garage door. So that is brand new. The drywall paint, that's all fresh. And then we decided to also paint the flooring, right? It doesn't cost too much, but I think the perceived value is high, right? People open the door and they're like, oh wow, this is beautiful. Paint goes a long way. And then spending on drywall, I think, just made this whole space come together. Guys, now that I showed you the inside, I'd love to share some lessons learned. I try to do that with each and every project. It helps me quite a bit just to remember exactly what happened so I can do better on the next project. But I hope it helps you guys if you are getting involved in fix and flips. Like, one thing that comes to mind right off the bat is having solar panels. When we bought the property, obviously we said, hey, we'll take it with the solar panels. We didn't think it was a big deal. It was a challenge though, because one, the feedback that we get from buyers from our open house was that they had a ton of questions, right? They wanted to know, is this beneficial? What happens if they break? What happens once we pay it off? How much is the fee per month, right? So all those questions that honestly, it just kind of slows down the sale process. The other thing that happened is that we needed to install a brand new roof. And we had this, I think it was 25 panels of solar up on the roof, and we had to take them down. So not knowing what we were doing, we called the company. We said, hey guys, we're replacing the roof. Come and get them down. They're like, yeah, we'll do it, but it's like $200 per panel. We're like, really? So we thought it was actually included in the price, that they would come, bring it down, we can do a new roof and they can install it. So it wasn't the case. We spent about $5,000 or $6,000 out of pocket, out of budget, right? So that's pretty much our profit now that we're spending it on an item that we didn't plan on. One other thing I wanted to share with you is working with contractors. So I had a conversation yesterday with Douglas, our electrician. Douglas is a good friend, runs an amazing company on the electric side, and he took care of our electric work here. What I want to share with you though is that we had about $5,000 in change orders with Douglas, and wasn't his fault by any means, was our fault because we opened up too many walls. Typically what happens is on day one you do a walkthrough with your contractor and you talk about everything that needs to happen in the project. So you talk about where the lights are going, how many lights, how many switches, right? Are you gonna put a new panel, electric panel in? So you talk about everything that needs to happen, you get that in writing, and that's pretty much what you pay for. What happened with us though is that we started opening walls, right? And we started moving lights and we started adding lights, and those are all change orders. That means that the contractor is coming back, installing things, moving things, and spending time, which we are paying for. We got together as a team and we said, you know what, let's be careful and actually set the scope of work from day one, and we don't change it. Obviously, there's going to be things that change. You can't avoid that, but you want to stick to your original plan as much as possible so you don't have these crazy high change orders, because that's $5,000 that could have been a profit for us. All in all, this was a great property, great profit at the end. And guys, I'm gonna share all the numbers with you on a video coming up, so stay tuned for that. The other thing is, go back and watch the first video, because I really want you guys to understand the thought process behind it, how we found the property, how we financed it. Look at the before and after to see exactly what we renovated and what we kept. That's super important. Hopefully this is helpful. Like, share, subscribe. I really want to push this content to more people that want to get involved in real estate investing. If you guys find this valuable, please comment below. I'm not sure what you are thinking. I don't know if you like fix and flips or if you like wholesaling, but comment below. Let me know how your last project went and I'll respond to that. All right, guys, catch you on the next one.